choosing to participate in a contest. I have joined. Okay, so there it is. Oh, I forgot to press play. I was trying to find my window containing the Elite executable. And apparently I didn't run it. But the stream is now active.
Is that live, or is that just something you record for later?
No, I just record for...
Just wonder as far as...
I record for later. I don't do it live. Not anymore. It's stupid.
Okay.
You don't want to do it live anyway, because...
Yeah, that's what I was going to just check as far as, you know, operational security and stuff.
There's that, plus, I mean, you don't... the reason I ask your permission is because, you know, people... Obviously, we don't want to be citing any particular... secrets during our discourse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to turn off my sound and switch it over to my skull reading VR sound. One moment. Did you know that it actually reads the feedback out of, like, the reverberations of sound off your skull in order to function as a microphone? Like, there's no mic with the VR headset, so it's just using the echo value of what you get off your skull as a microphone. It does that really well. Credit to Oculus Design. Of course, HTC Vive has also done it, and several others have. And now we're just waiting for the the video to appear inside my darkened view here inside the headset. We'll just wait a moment. For some reason, the Oculus view doesn't like working after I've been spending an entire day doing software development. And because I woke up late today, I decided I should probably work some extra hours tonight. So I don't know what... I mean, I don't use any of the VR DLLs, so I don't know why there would be corruption between the two, but... Could be the web server, I don't know. Except I'm not even using the Windows web server. I'm using the Windows development web server, which ships with Visual Studio. So it's on a completely different port, usually 48,000 something. Ah, here we are. Ooh, because of my recent I was killed last night by an ALD fighter. My SciTech failed in the middle of the battle. That was unfortunate, because then the son of a bitch killed me. I was ramming him up to that point, and it was working very well. And then he pummeled me a bunch of times with his cannons. And oh, the other thing I noticed, he had a purple glow off his shields. What was that? But I have prismatic as well. I've used prismatics. They seem to echo blue. Is there...
I'm not sure if that's something that uses any of the color modifiers.
Well, I was just...
Prismatic and a sheen to it. I've never really looked super close to see what it looks like.
I was wondering if it could also be guardian shields. Could they have a violet signature? All right then. I'm just curious. Sometimes there's colors and you have no idea what the hell, like, where'd this person get all their weapons from? It's kind of like playing Warcraft that way. You wonder, where the hell, what kind of spell is this? So, we are in open play today, and we will use the Federal Corvette to continue our mission, which hopefully tonight will end up in the Guardian Expanse. But first, before we do that, we will go have another final stab at getting some points, I think we're probably going to succeed in our denial of, or attempt to expand into the, or whatever it is we're doing, undermine the CMDR system. And I would like some undermining credit. So let's just see. I figure that'll enhance my application for membership, full membership in the FLC as well. About 3 weeks, I think, as of this week. I expect the first will be... Oh, someone's messaging me already here. I have saluted them. I don't know which side they're on. Is Commander Get Some Randy. That is being what we call flirtatious in The Sims. Oh, and by the way, in The Sims, I noticed that there is a gay component. I was curious about this, but you have to get an expansion to be gay. Otherwise, it doesn't work. You can't just like go running around trying to hit on guys or whatever and pick up guys to take home. No, you can't just take guys home with you in The Sims default game. Maybe in the next version they'll have that feature, but it should be a little bit more challenging because in the gay version everyone's gay and it's not a problem at all. But like you have to kind of play the game a little bit in order to, in the real world, quote unquote, play the game in order to run around picking people up, right? So if you're into girls, that takes practice until you finally find out what women want, and then you become good at that. And with guys, it's pretty much the same thing. Although guys are probably a lot less convoluted to get into bed than women, being guys. Oh, hang on. This person's messaging me over and over again. Apparently, holy crap, the CMDR system has a bunch of people in it. I better double check this and see what we have for performance. Because it looks like there's some contest here now. People are opposing the undermining task. What the hell? Okay, I'm in the CMDR system, yeah. Hang on, this is not making any sense. No, this is Chinoir to Desra. Okay, so let's go to the CMDR. Oh, I see what I did. You know what? I left the CMDR system already. I should have docked there. Let's just go over here in the map. God, I love this galactic map. It's so handy. And you're in the Stanos system with Brantford. What are you doing over there?
I just left. I was loading up Travis room.
Ah, I see.
That's where we've been hauling out of.
I see. Okay. Well, CMDR is probably too far away for me to... There it is. Independent. It is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps away. It's not too far, I guess. Borderline-ish, but I have to go back to Shinrarta afterwards. And we will take the Samir system. And oh yeah, we're gonna conquer the currently. So the options I have for vote. Oh, okay. It's under threat, so we're risking oppose expansion, cleaning house, oppose interference. This is destroying imperial forces in crime sweeps. Okay. Emperor Librissa Levigny Duval. Or as we say in Quebec, Duval. Yes, I have a French accent, which I often use when I'm eating an egg. I don't know why it sounds so hilarious in French to use the word egg, but it never fails. An egg. Where are you located, by the way, in the United States?
Yep. Iowa.
Yeah, not much French there. There used to be, at one point.
Capital's favorite.
What's it called?
Des Moines.
Yes, Des Moines.
M-O-I-N-E.
Yeah, it was in Nouveau France during the period of time when Mississippi was governed by the French, the Mississippi River Valley. And it extended all the way south to New Orleans. But the British, I think it was during the French and Indian War, France gave that land up. But yes, it used to be French colonists that would have been in the area, but it got replaced by English colonists because the French colonists either went to New Orleans, but most of them went up back north. Some of them ended up in Winnipeg, my hometown, and helped found the francophone element that exists along the South Red River in Manitoba. Depends if they wanted new free land or not. Okay, so I think we'll head back to the Samir system because I'm really curious about this undermining business. And then if that doesn't work out, we'll head back to Shinrarta and get our craft, our crate phantom, and move out to the next area, the Guardian Expanse. Launching. And what do you know about the history of Iowa? A great deal?
Probably less now than I used to.
I would think that they would teach you all about Iowa history in your school system.
Yeah, I'm guessing they probably do. But that's been ordered most of my life.
I can tell you all about Canadian history. It doesn't sound that exciting, maybe, but there were a few periods of warfare in our history that were quote-unquote exciting. Not so much to live through them if you were colonists at the time, but it's the kind of stuff that makes the highlights in the history book. What the hell is going on here? We've got yellow, all these colorful craft. There's quite a generous allotment of commanders in the region at the moment. What do you mean trespass warning? Why would I have a trespass warning? Maybe I had it on reversed. Okay, computer, prepare for jump. What now? There is a ganker in the region. He's trying to chase me into hyperjump. But he will fail miserably, excuse me. And jump. We are in hyperspace. Watching all the stars go by. Da, da, da. We're headed for the NAMTA system. FSD charging. I wish you could control the text on this info pane a little bit more. Because every time a message...
Scrolls out before you get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, like I'd like to be able to go back and look.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I tell myself wish for that too.
See what it says. Sometimes there's important information you must know there. Like what star type you're... Ah, crap! I hit the exclusion zone by accident. Ah, fuck. We are at 59% FSD cooldown. We don't actually have to jump back into the system. Using Super Cruise, we can simply... Christ, this star is hot looking and very bright. Yes, we do have to jump because we need to refuel this star.
Evening greetings. Alright, well, welcome back.
Hello. This session is being streamed. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. What are you streaming?
Nothing. I'm just recording myself playing the game live. I had permission from the other attendees in the channel. So if you care to object, then I will shut off the stream and disconnect.
I'm fine. I just won't say anything confidential in here.
Precisely why I raised the point. I don't want to give away anything we're not supposed to give away. At least at a clan level. You can tell me all about your personal life if you want.
What are you up to in game?
I am currently in the NAMTA system refueling.
And
Ultimately, I'm going to hit Samir, and I'm going to try getting some undermining points from the crime sweep sections.
fair enough. Hey, which way?
New voice, just be advised, there is streaming occurring. It's on delayed record. Ever. Yeah.
He's streaming. So you don't have to say anything confidential. Be careful.
Yeah. I'd like to put this, it's not posted public right away, but I would like to post it public eventually. Whenever I...
You're streaming yourself, though, right?
That,
They hear the audio.
yeah, they'll hear the audio from Discord. I haven't quite got a reliable way of disconnecting Discord from the audio, and even if I did, there would be half the conversation would still be in play, so... Headed for the Enuma system.
Speaking of undermining, did you get your did you see your answer to why you didn't get merits?
Yes, and that's what I'm checking out right now. I'm going to go verify that before I head for the Guardian Expanse. But I also would like some undermining points before I give up completely on the process and review. Wait for next week to review what's going on. Is this Brantford I'm talking to?
Yeah, it is.
Then can you tell me how to vote, please?
I'll have ski vote. Actually, you know what? I'm Trium. I'll have you vote consolidation,
Okay.
and I'll have ski vote. Or sorry, yeah, ski vote preparation.
Okay. I'll vote consolidation. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll get Trium's vote on the sheet too.
Yeah, I'm just going to check into a base right now to actually do that. I'm in the Samir system in 5 seconds.
Yep. Although you don't happen to be in a base at the moment, that's fine.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did.
No, you can be out in Colonia, out in the middle of nowhere, and you can vote. Okay, that's fine.
I'll wait until I've finished the jump.
Yep, no worries. That's alright. We're gonna be around 70%. That's fine. On the sheet already.
Headed for Wind Hub and Wind Hub. Now on the scope, we are. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you about undermining. Have you tried the net beacon method yet, or you just
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh, you're trying something different? Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying something different. I want to.
Merit count. Power play merit count.
Eight,
What you trying?
eight, eight, 831 this turn.
Okay. So as long as you'll be fine. But as long as 100 merits going into each, that means you don't lose your vote.
I see. Okay.
But rating 2, I believe, is one.
Well, I'm also trying to get more than one vote, so I have to be consistently.
See, well, no, that's fine. As long as you're at rating 2 for 16 weeks. I don't think you have to be rating 2 straight 16 weeks. But as long as you're rating 2 going into the 16th week, that means you get your Power 5 vote. So pledged for 16 weeks, you know, if you want to vote, you have to be rating 2.
Okay.
You know, because I know people who've been pledged the Winter's 200 weeks, and then they stopped playing power play for a while, and they went down. Obviously, they went to rating 0 or rating 1 or whatever they are. They lost their vote, but when they came back, and they got more than 100 merits in the cycle the following week, they got back their Power 5 voting. So as long as you just have to have enough merits to react. So.
Okay.
However, if you can undermine or something like that, basically you can do it with 1,000 easily. You know, after the they give you 2.
Yep. Okay, casting vote now. Consolidation. Vote strength 1. Confirmed. No votes are left. We now have a 50 defense bonus with 749 command credits on consolidation. And now we're ready to conquer the entire galaxy. Our expansion attempts in the Samir system will succeed next turn, as will Mbambiva at this point. I don't think there's anything the Orisa forces can... Well, Orisa hasn't got enough time to mount sufficient resistance to oppose. We have... So she has... Right, she has more capability than what's evident to a player during the game time. Right. Okay. Okay, we're headed for the crime sweep zone, nearest Wind Hub, and we'll be engaging in battle. Yeah. I know. I'm hoping I can do it in sufficiently fast enough to equate or exceed, or at the very least do something similar to what I'm doing. And I did do, yeah, at the nav beacon. I did a bunch of bombings and player kills. Well, not actual commander kills, but NPC kills in the crime sweeps last night, and I didn't get any credit for it, but but I think it still affects the overall. My belief is it should still affect the overall undermining activity, even if I didn't get credit. You're cutting out. Sorry. Say again. Oh, really? Okay. 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 Going to Super Cruise. Now in Super Cruise, crime sweep targeted. Passing Samir 1. Oh, okay. Well, I do have a target. Hang on. Player target enemy. Possible enemy. Stand by. Confirmed. We have an Alliance Chieftain Commander John Joish. He is Arissa Lavigny Duval in wing and he's in a wing. It's an enemy commander, and he's with Arissa. So if you want to haul ass over here. No, it's a. I said if you want to. Shit, hang on a second. Stand by. Stand by. Faction selected. Okay, sorry, I lost factions. Stand by. Hostiles incoming. We have a player, an enemy player has joined the fight. He is attacking. Stand by. There he is. He's fighting in a Alliance Chieftain. Arming all weapons. Bringing up my defending fighter. It's a Joe-ish again. Stand by. Target. Coming in. I'm letting him have it. He's taking my cannon fire. I've hit him several times. His shields are down. He is no. There is a second target in play. Stand by. Fleeing the area. They're firing missiles. Attempting to excise. Fleeing the area. Now at 328. Launching. Got it. I'm out. He had a second person in his wing. I can't fight him. I'm going to fly. Stand by. I'm flying to the other side of Samir 1. They were taking my shields down. I don't know who the second one was. I was doing well against that Alliance fighter, but the second craft, I couldn't take both of them. Taking two commanders simultaneously is not something I've done successfully before. I used a shield cell also to protect myself, which worked. Slowing to 30 kilometers per second. Now flying at 8 kilometers per second. We're behind the planet from the other side where the crime sweep is. Shit. I'll try to get the data that you were looking for. Stand by. Come on. No. Commander Joe Joyce is the first one. The second one was Commander Kai Hayos. Kilo, Alpha, India, Hotel, Alpha, Oscar, Sierra. And the first one was Juliet, Oscar, India, Sierra, Hotel. Okay, I'm above the planet, monitoring. I'm going to pick another crime sweep zone. One has been located 24.3 light seconds away, proceeding to target. leaving the vicinity. Well, that was exciting. I'm detecting a couple of jump areas. I don't know if that was them leaving the system because I ran away. But there's no goddamn way I'm going to fight 2 Alliance fighters with a Federal Corvette when they're both manned by commanders. Hostile. An Orisa Shield of Justice. Well, I missed that one. Hostile is approaching and attacking and letting him have it. This is an NPC. Oh, my fighter's letting him have it. Guardian fighter is really letting him have it. He's down to 64% just on the fighters. Target obliterated. Does an NPC kill like that contribute to... Oh, I just took bounty as a result of that. He fired first, though.
You can check your transactions menu to the left, see if you have any.
Oh. Well, the game says that I did, but hang on. It says here I have 70 power play with A. Lavigny Duval.
Okay, so you got 70 merits for that kill.
And I also have 11,000 credit bounty with A. Lavigny Duval, 11,000 with Zamina, and 43,000 with Parental. But I don't care about any of that because I never visit their space.
Those powers, those are really, you don't really have to worry too much about those, other than like players pledged power play like purchase you, but NPCs will try to collect.
Yeah, but this is an expansion system, so this is considered warfare, not murder.
The power play stuff, in general, it won't give you notoriety or
Okay.
A murder charge.
Well, I figured Orisa could claim that I was murdering her pilots, but tough luck. I mean, she's an enemy combatant, so she gets nothing. Okay. Laying in course back to Crime Suite target. Just realized sitting in this space is probably fairly safe against those other those Orisa defenders I was fighting against. Wish there were more people from our clan on. I could recruit someone to come and help me. Retract weapons. I have 4 heat sinks left. Okay, moving on crime sweep. There are no targets in the system visible at the moment. Commanders or otherwise. That news item that you gave me about there not being any Felicia forces in this system was somewhat helpful. We have a liner out here, Beluga. Wonder if I kill one of Arissa's liners if I would get like murder charge. All those poor people. Tough luck.
Hey, Brad, you
This is a...
I got one vote.
I'm being interdicted by Diamondback, but because they run away, I don't want to fight the Diamondback right now. And I hate it when they just pop in a freaking enemy like that on you. It's like, pop, oh, you're fighting now. Someone who wasn't there before is suddenly interdicting you. "10,000 kilometers from crime sweep." Our shields are almost reassembled, not quite. I've got 2,000 shield points to make up, so takes a while.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, and dropping in on crime sweep. Corrupt system defense. Let's have a look. How do I choose a side? It's not giving me the choice to choose a side yet.
Yeah, give it a bit. It should pop up in the...
Oh, there we go. Well, it does, but as soon as I select chat, it doesn't let me.
So you kind of have to select around, like, you have to...
No, it...
You kind of have to select to the right to get into that selection where you can flip up or down between the two.
Well, I'm trying to, but it's not letting me. Just... See, this happened before, where I'm just not able to. Is there no other way to select this?
So you have to focus on that chat panel, like...
Yeah, I did.
That panel itself, and then you should be able to scroll up and down through the messages there, or you may have to...
No. It's not letting me. Come.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that any other way.
Well, right now this is not working out. Okay, well, we're now out of the zone here. We're 10 kilometers away. Someone named Emil Stein is... Oh, Emelstein. This is not working out. Where's the shit? I'll have to try to rejoin combat. I shouldn't have to go out and come back in like this. This is stupid. Okay, I've joined the faction.
That worked for you?
Yeah, I got it by coming out and going back into the... But now there's no ships to fight. Oh, there we go. One of our own has... We're now 11 meters from crime sweep target. I've never been 11 meters from anything before. Waiting. Waiting. I guess I may as well deploy fighter. There we go. We have hostiles approaching. We are under attack. Look at that.
Well, I'm gonna call her a night, so good luck with the crime sweep. I'll talk to you.
Thank you. Well, hello again. We're still streaming, be advised. Under attack from 2 NPCs.
Are your merits showing up in your transactions tab? You can check after you're done getting attacked.
I think they were showing up in claims in the left-hand panel view.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Some are, yeah. I'm trying to kill this Imperial courier. And I think he's almost done. No, he's at 55. Shit. Come on. hit him with one of my bombs. Now 11%. Target destroyed. We have an Imperial cutter. I'll take this asshole out. This thing is a son of a bitch. And 31%. This cutter is just like, oh my goodness. He's at 8%. Shit! Shields are offline. I'm taking hull damage. Taking missile hits. Come on, finish him off. Yeah, this is not gonna go. Attracting weapons, engaging engines to full. Come on. Anyone still there?
Still here.
So I didn't do very well that time. That cutter, I didn't get my shields reassembled fast enough, and as a result, I had to abandon before I got credit for killing the cutter. My the NPC allies in the sector, I don't know what they were busy attacking. There were three of them around the cutter, and they couldn't seem to bring the cutter down any. It was down around 3% or so, and it just stuck there. Only I was able to damage it. And I had to flee because my shields went down. I was attacked by 2 Imperials, so... And now I'm being interdicted by something. It's a Viper. It is a Orisa Viper, ALD. I have 20% hull strength, so I'm not going to fight it. I am successfully evading the interdiction. Spinning around. Moving on Wind Hub. There are a lot of ALD forces in here, and despite the fact we're succeeding in our expansion attempt, there's no FLC forces in here. Now approaching Wind Hub. So what do I do to turn these credits in?
You head to the nearest winter's control system and turn them in there.
Oh, I see.
That should be on the privileged sheet, I would have thought.
You have to be in a winter system to do a control system to do this, right?
No, well, no, you have to be in a winter's control system specifically to do it. You can't be in any system. You have to be in a control system.
That's what I just said. Okay, that's fine.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, you cut out. Sorry.
Yeah, I know the bandwidth isn't very good tonight.
Looks like the closest winter system on the recruit sheet is BD-011707.
Stand by. I'm pulling up the map now. I'm going to go and find it. Holy crap. Who's in Sprox 343? Is that you guys?
I think some of us passed through there to get to our hauling to our prep.
Is there another?
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, there's an ERISA. It's an ERISA control system.
That's yeah. We jumped through it. Haven't seen any flares, so it can't be helped. Sanos is the closest system, and it's 2 jumps away from me. So
Uh oh.
I'm in a cutter with fully engineered drives. So.
Okay. Samir. Sprox 343. Take a look at this one here. Oh, now you're in Tykesulk. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, the BD-101, the BD-01-1707 system is correct, I think. The only other one would be Benjaminji. Might be closer. 1 second, I'll get a reading on that right now. Benjaminji. Distance. Hello. 32 light years, that's 1 jump. The other one is 62, actually. I'll go to Benjaminji, therefore. It's the nearest control system, only 1 jump distance. And then I think we're going to be off to the Guardian Expanse, since I did my bit for King and Queen and Country here.
Just remember to report it. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I had another recruit who was telling me how he'd been helping with other money, but he never reported it to LC leadership, so we had knowledge that he'd been doing that.
Hmm.
So
So?
I make it a habit of reminding our recruits, even though some of them or most of them probably know that they're supposed to do some of the things. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I only have about 100, 80 undermining credits this time around, but even so, I'd still like to have them.
Yep. So basically, even it's still 80, and it also gives 62 undermine total,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wind hub now being left in our... Oh, we still have 20% hull. Hang on. Can't have that. Can't be flying around with 20% hull. Do you lose all your credits if you get killed?
Yep. The risk of holding them for a snipe is. We had one guy recently in the Empire who was trying
Oh my goodness.
But that's what's the risk of your tank when you want to hold it tonight. Trying to hide what you've actually got from the enemy.
Yeah. We have a python in our way here. You better fucking move. I'm an auto dock and I'm a bigger ship than his, which means I have right of way into the space station, so.
The NPCs don't seem to follow that rule, unfortunately.
No.
Although dock will help mitigate that somewhat.
Okay, redocking at Bay 9. Confirm Bay 09 docking. $1 million credits damage to our ship. Isn't that terrible? Must reactivate some modules that were taken offline. For some reason, my detailed probe scanner is coming up red, or detailed surface scanner, the engineering mod is coming up red. I don't know why. And that's post repair. Oh, hang on. I know why. Because they have bonus synthesized components. I think that's what it means anyway. Says my ship is fully repaired. Crew lounge. Who we got here? Emmelstein. He has advanced. .4% in our last battles. I lost my when I was killed by that other Orisa player. I lost my master level crew member, so now I'm back to expert, which kind of blows chunks, but whatever. %100% hull, auto launching. Course lead in for Ross 58. Standing by to jump. Jumping 28.4 light years. I wonder if a Corvette can be configured to tank, like just take abuse and punishment.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it can.
Because those cutters, the Imperial cutter just seems like it's the ideal tanking ship.
The Corvette is supposed to be able to have better armament or loadouts than the cutter is, but the cutter is equipped.
It just can take so much pounding though, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. It also, can hold a lot of shields too if it wanted.
Well, I would have defeated it if it had just been between myself and that NPC cutter. I mean, basically you just had two ships standing toe-to-toe, blasting the hell out of each other. Neither one can really outmaneuver the other any more than... And I have to perform the loop of shame one more time. Nope, not quite. Semicircle of shame. Stafford City approaching. Benjaminji Alpha 1 is a blue-green marble Earth-type world. With cities on the surface that are glowing into the night sky. It looks like a river world, pretty much. Mostly continents punctuated by small seas. Used to be a science fiction series called River World. It wasn't very popular. It wasn't popular enough, I guess. Coming at a jump 8 kilometers from target. It is an Orbis class. And it looks like we have a green environment on the interior. The automated docking has crashed me into the grating in front of the mail slot. For some reason. Have you noticed that Felicia Winter's starports tend to be black in color on the interior?
You know what? I haven't. It's funny.
Yeah, most of them that I've been docked at, they've been black on the interior. It's interesting, her style preference is to wear gray lipstick and, you know, black and gray uniforms, or black and gray attire, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Anyway, make the station, dress up the station to look like Felicia. We are docked at landing port 40. Starport services, please. Going to the power contact for cleaning house. Yeah, there it is. You have vouchers for the Samir system. Isn't that nice? Okay. Redeem all applicable vouchers. 80 merits, now totaling 900 merits.
And then the opposition total should be there somewhere, I would think.
Opposition progress 179,220.
Cool. All right.
Should I?
Yeah, I will get that for you since I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Don't have to report it into the winner's ops. So let me just find your name on the winner's ops fighting sheet. If you're not there, I will add you.
Okay. Do I get credit?
Well, I mean, you get shown on the sheet, so I mean, yes, that would
Good.
redeemed. And sorry, what was the new opposition total?
179,220.
Cool. Okay.
I can repeat it in French if you wish. Won't
No,
really
that's
help you.
fine.
No? Perhaps auf Deutsch, or perhaps in Latin if you want.
No,
No?
I'm cool.
Okay then, that's good. It's funny how Latins conceptualized a million. They basically didn't have a word for million, it was 1,000,000. So if you want to say millions in Latin, you had to go thousands, thousands. There was no concept of a billion. Like, why in the hell would you need a billion in medieval culture? It just never came up, really. We had to invent at some point a bunch of new words for numbers that large.
As an aside, check the controlling faction for Benjamini. Or at the, I'm assuming you're at Stafford.
Yeah, I'm at Stafford Base, so controlling faction. One moment. Federal Liberal Command is the controlling faction with 61.8%.
That's us.
Okay. So this is a...
We control one of the control systems for Winters, actually.
Oh,
We got, I think we've got, was it one? I'm trying to think, was there another one? I think this is it for now. Yeah.
we should try getting more of them.
Oh, we tried. We had Sawali at one point, but we lost that in the Great Turmoil. So unfortunately.
It takes a while, I'm sure, especially given the fact that most of these system factions have to be conquered by election. Which is like a...
Yeah, that depends. I mean, if they're not corporate, then we have to fight them in war.
Isn't when it's a democracy though, isn't it you fight in an election, it's like a war except that what's different about it? I was reading about this.
No. If it's the same type of government thing, or sorry, government style. So if we're in with another corp and we get into a tie with influence, then that becomes an election. So it's
Oh.
won by mission running and stuff.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're so if you're a different government class, so if the whatever democracy, anarchy, whatever, that becomes a war. So you're fighting a BGS wars.
Oh.
Similar to the conflict zones that you use for power play, but it's called conflict zones rather than prime sources.
Right. And so I just have to go in there and once again choose a faction.
Yeah, exactly.
And
If and when that ever occurs. So
okay.
that's what we're doing for Winter's BGS. In certain wars, right? You would pick this up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Same sort of deal.
The report outlines the current standing of the Federal Liberal Command at the Benjaminji system. Current influence 61.8%. Current happiness is happy, fighting a war with Social Mambilar Revolutionary Party in Bazi. We have no assets at risk. We have dominated the conflict for 1 day. Currently enjoying a period of civil liberty. Expansion from Chagan has ended. The organization's supporters are to be congratulated for their continued loyalty. Together, will propel the corporation to even higher heights. So, one tactic would be to go to Bazi and promote our interests there by fighting in the war.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what priority the BGS guys have on it, but yes, you certainly could do that.
Nope, I'm going to go back to Shenrarta, pick up my scout ship, and move off to the Guardian Expanse, because I have to earn money. Because of all my losses fighting on behalf of the FLC lately, I need to make some of that up. But I will return next week. For more fun. Be interested to see what the priorities are for next week. So joining a little club like this is kind of interesting, actually. I mean, I didn't think I was going to have this much fun with it, but there's a whole new side to this game, fighting in a little, in power play, that I do find interesting. Even though, I think that there should be more influence between power play and what happens in the galaxy. My own. Well, my belief is that they've set this up in order to prepare it for that later. I mean, initially, no.
I would hope so. We've been asking for changes to this setup for a long time.
Yeah.
If that was what they're doing, then.
Well, they claim in 2020. In 2020, they claim is the most comprehensive set of changes that will be introduced to the game in its history. So not only do I go ahead. I was just gonna say, not only do I expect there to be hello. Can anyone hear me? Okay, I didn't know. It's on significant delay.
You're cutting out a little bit.
There's a huge delay with Discord tonight. I don't get it, but anyway, I was gonna say that the atmospheric planets and changes to power play are two of the changes I expect will be introduced in 2020. There is a lot of debate about atmospheric planets because people are hoping for. Say again, you're cutting out. It's just Discord. It's completely dysfunctional tonight. Hang on a second. I'll try rejoining the channel to see if that clears it up. There, hopefully that works out better.
For now it does.
Sounds a little bit better. I honestly don't get Discord at all. Its chat feature is just so fucking dysfunctional some nights. It's unbelievable they still make this software and still expect people to use it. It's completely not working.
It's fine for text.
Well, of course, because text can be just as delayed as you need it to be. If it's like two milliseconds delay on text, who cares? But if it gets that way on voice, you have so much latency that it becomes untenable. So your voice packets have to have priority way above what your text packets do. And yet no one seems to really use voice that much. I mean, the vast majority of users on Discord use text. You'd expect that voice.
You can go to any Windows control system, but the closest one to the expansion is called Thanos or Sanos. S-A-N-O-S. In fact, I'm in Thanos at the moment.
I'm just about to say, aren't you there?
I am in here. Xander should see me.
I was going to say before that they're probably going to introduce the people who don't think that atmospheric planets are coming in with the next update. in 2020 are likely thinking that they'd like to see space legs ahead of atmospheric planets. I just don't see how that can work in gameplay.
No, I agree. I think they have far bigger priorities to do than space legs.
Yeah.
Well, they do anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I want to fly through gas giants like I could in Elite 2 and collect fuel and whatnot. I don't want to just rely on stars for that exclusively. And might take longer with a gas giant, but whatever. And, of course, as I said before, I would like to see some more integration between power play and what happens in the galaxy, somehow.
I'd like them to fix their bloody bugs in power play before they get overly ambitious.
Well,
Oh yeah, from last May, yes.
the good news is that they likely will correct the bugs in that they won't have the same bugs anymore because they're redoing the architecture behind the game.
I hope so.
Well, it's basic. They've said basically that's what's going on, and that they've gone as far as they can with this architecture. But that was always their intention. They took a look at the situation, looked at the amount of work that was going to be involved in creating atmospheric planets with this architecture, and said, well, yes, we could, of course, but it's easier just to do this over. So we'll spend a year rewriting the underlying architecture. Well, there's lessons learned to be definitely lessons learned with Star Citizen, how not to do something. I mean, as accomplished as Star Citizen is, and I give it full credit for the creativity and the introductions, the new technology it's introduced. Um, it still has a long way to go, and it's not being managed properly in my view. They've got they've got to do something about the leadership and who's in charge of the project, and enough with micromanaging the developers. You don't want to be micromanaging software developers, I can tell you right now. That's a way to overcomplicate your process, your architecture, and no good will come of it. I mean, they've got $300 million of investment at the very least, and there's not $300 million worth of product being output yet. So that's what that's what the Forbes magazine article is all about. And yeah, they can spend their money however they want, but it's their money. But there's also such a thing as wasting money and clucking our tongues and agreeing that it's all unfortunate. A darn shame if they waste all the potential that 300 million can bring to a project. Christ, if I had $300 million, I'd have the most kick-ass website that this planet has yet seen. Yeah, they've definitely. I mean, what I think they're trying to do with Star Citizen overall, Squadron 42 is partially a movie project. So I think what the vision here is to try to marry movies and streamed entertainment with gameplay somehow. And that's why they took, images and models of Mark Hamill and the rest of the crew and spent all that money trying to make sure that facial expressions and A-list actors could be reflected in the game. And there's a yeah, well, I mean, it's wonderful vision, like I said, but it's not being executed properly. And I think Mark Hamill would probably, of the two of them, be a little bit more friendly to that criticism than Chris Roberts would be. I mean, Chris Roberts had suffered a number of setbacks in during the course of his career, since Wing Commander especially, and yeah, I mean, it was a disaster, but Hollywood backed it. Well, they got some money out of it at least. I mean, it wasn't a complete failure the way this thing could be characterized as, according to the Forbes magazine article, because as I said, you don't got $300 million worth of product. If you have $300 million, the amount of product, I mean, if Wing Commander had that kind of money, we would have expected a hell of a lot more. They only had 80 million. So 300 million is a hell of a lot more than 80, and you expect more product. But the software that we're seeing is not there in terms of the money spent so far. That's it. Oh, do you?
That's funny.
I have to say,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have to say, Xander, you sure get around. I've seen you in a few groups that I'm involved with, and I think you outnumber the number of groups I'm in by a good number. Yeah, I may have first run across you in Arissa's group at some point, but I was only in her group for a short time. I th I think so. But you must also be familiar. Were you part of Xander's group at all? Not Xander. No, you are Xander. Part of Turgeon's group at all? Turgeon Starstone. He creates a stream on. No, okay, never mind. He's helping me. Oh, okay. Well, Turgeon's pretty millennial, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So these are like imperial patrons, and they sort of compete with one another, and they do so within a certain structure, but they really okay.
Well, they combine long enough if they hate, if they want to stop the Federation from doing an expansion, although they haven't had much luck in that lately.
No, but that's the Empire's legacy, right? Starting with its war with the Federation over at the Battle of Achenar, and
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, but we're talking. I mean, this Empire's had a lot of success in 2019, and that's against us mostly. Prior to that, the year before, Winters was the dominant power, I would argue. Um, mhm. Yep.
and here I joined you guys because you were the underdog and had politi-
We are now.
and had political views similar to my own, and I want to defend democracy, so in the galaxy, so.
Which is funny though, because Winters is a corporate leaning.
Within a democratic structure, though, it's clear that she believes in social.
That's true.
Well, sure. Yeah. So, yeah, the social programs.
I realize that. Yeah. Yeah. But they hate the Federation. They hate the Federation enough to, you know.
Gang up.
Mm. No, I knew that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the 13th made a play for me to try to recruit me, and I kind of brushed them off. But I mean there are recruiting drives, I would say, between the different squadrons, and there are some people who I mean it'll be interesting to see these groups too when they get megaships of their own if they release the fleet carriers. Huh.
If you look at our corporate control systems, though, Xander, most of them are corporate aft triggered. So I would argue with you that our BGS is not. I would argue that our BGS has been more than active, especially when we had 80 systems. We had a lot of corporate aft triggers. So I would dispute that with you mildly. But no, well, but again, Winters doesn't care whether the corporate people are independent or even Empire. That helps Winters. So we don't. If we have to use an Empire corporate faction to get it to half trigger, we will.
Well, how do you?
We will push. Well, that's true, but again, the faction is if the faction is corporate, Winters doesn't care. That's what matters. It doesn't matter to us who they are aligned to. They all help us. So. Oh yeah. No. Well, we don't have no reason to.
I, ju- I,
what they're applying to.
I just got ganked.
Why?
Assessing. Standby. Repurchasing ship. That lost me 30 million. That's gonna stick me in Shinra. There's gankers camped out there right now by the score. They came after me very quickly, and I don't know how. I mean, the trouble is, I think there's cheaters because they killed me in 3 shots, which shouldn't be possible for a Federal Corvette, especially one with 4,000 health. Like, it just seems unrealistic to me.
Depends what they have for weapons and what they've engineered.
Well, they hit me with cannons, some sort of cannon, at range, and the range never missed. Like, this is the thing. Like, if I'm 5 kilometers away from you and you're shooting at me with a cannon, I don't know of a cannon configuration that shoots at 100% accuracy at 5K. Oh, we need to do something about that. I'm at Jameson Memorial now. Standby. Working on. I'm starting to think that that's really the only way to do this because I've lost 2 ships in the past week at Shinrarta.
Shinrarta is not a power play system, and you're not flying in power.
It's the fucking Russians again. They're at it again. Erto Shodkastovich. I can't.
Soskovich, yes, he's actually an Empire player. We sometimes get him in winter systems shooting at us.
Yeah, he's a fucking Russian. And he's a cheater. I'm gonna label him as such. Actually, I'll just block him outright. So he won't be able to.
Shinrarta is not a power play system, so we don't care whether you go in there and so on.
Well, again, I'm too suspicious this is a cheat. I'm sorry, I just can't. I mean, you can say that they can target with a mouse, but until I see it in YouTube, I'm not going to believe that it could be that hyper accurate.
What's your engineering like on your ship? Out of curiosity.
It's the overcharged shield. Hang on. It's reinforced. Plus, I've got 2 shield boosters with enhancements of their own.
What's your total shield strength?
2100.
That's not terrible on a Corvette, right?
Yeah. And I've got over 1400 armor. So I'm a little skeptical, sorry. Like, it just. The better part of 4,000 defense, 3 shots.
I'd have this.
Well, maybe not, but.
Unfortunately, unless there's a way to prove it, Frontier won't do anything about it.
Well, I really don't care. I don't care if Frontier does something about it or not. He's blocked. Anyone like this who's able to kill me that quickly, and I mean the odds of me getting him in Orisa gameplay. I'm not even sure he's aligned with Orisa, to be honest with you, but the odds of me encountering him in gameplay is minimal. So, and the only Imperial I care about is Orisa, about fighting fair. So. Yeah, I don't have the capacity to go that high with armor yet. Well, I may, actually. It's not true. But it requires a lot of conductive components and crap that I don't have large volumes of. I need to go and do. Where? Oh, really? Well, 1 through 4. No, I mean I need to get like 3 and above, 3 to 5.
You should be able to find conductive components in labs, though, I think.
But I mean, I'm encountering, pharmaceutical isolators and those other ones with such rarity. I mean, the level 5s are incredibly difficult, and I need them to finish off. I could boost my shields even more, but I'm missing the one level 5 component I need to finish them off in sufficient quantity. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't want to go out there again. I know. It's so fucking dull out there, but whatever.
Yeah, soap is pretty dull too. I mean, this material is grinding. That's all there is to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's see what I got right now.
I guess the only thing I would say is if you've got enough of the lower end components or maths or
Oh yeah, I got plenty. Like chemical.
you can always go to a material trader and try to trade up to get some of them.
Yeah, but they don't always trade, and then you have to trade and trade. You have to chain your trades. If you know what I mean.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they're outright fucking theft. I just.
I'm just saying that's a possibility.
It is an option, but it is done only on a need-to basis with those people. And right now, I'm more interested in the quantity. Yeah, finding quantity as opposed to quality.
Fair enough. Anyway, Xander, if you had to say that's where you can do your runs. Actually, you're in San. You're here.
Like I have 0 heat veins right now. That shouldn't be on. That's a level 4. I need improvised components. That's a level 5. I need. Oh really? Actually, I'm gonna spend the one I have right now on the upgrade because I can use one to do an upgrade. Yeah, 1 second here. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You guys who sat there and you ground them out until they were like you had plenty of everything and then yeah. Well, this is the other thing is the PvPers don't seem to be very. I mean, I did fight two players at the same time for the first time tonight. Both flying alliance, like actually fought them, not run away, not just like oh my god and run away from them like instantaneously. I Yeah, so they were alliance chieftains, both of them, and I was taking hits from both of them. I was able to use my power cells. I was fighting them, and then eventually it just got too much. Like these are human beings, are adapting their skills to my tactics, and I had to leave. I had to leave anyway. They were fighting fair, yeah, absolutely fair. So I mean, I don't mind that kind of combat. That was fine, and not just because I survived and ran away and lived to fight another day. It was actually that there was a contest. In a case like this ganker, there's no contest. He's got himself, and I forgot to mention he brought two of his friends along as well. They had started in on me after this ganker jumped in. I guess. I mean, I just like. Yeah, but I just go and I just drop into solo. The only reason I wasn't was because I was counseled not to drop into solo while I was doing mission work for FLC.
We encourage it. We encourage that open, but if you're going to a
Shinrar Shin.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're going to Shinrarta or if you're going to engineer, we don't care if you go to solo or PG.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I can
Well,
tell you for a fact that many of our FLC directors, when they go engineer, they
uh,
do it in solo, and they don't have a guilty conscience. Believe me.
uh,
Oh yeah.
well, there's one user named Marcus who I met in England. I left his channel and he got all pissed off with me for doing that because he didn't agree with something I'd said or whatever. 3 months later, he's hassling me via email and whatnot, and then he finally, the coup de grace was him coming in, and I think it was the coup de grace. I can never really be sure, but he came into combat using a wingman who was a spy, fifth column, and he decided to kill me when my hull was at 30%, and I was fighting like about 5 Thargoids simultaneously, which I was winning, by the way, up to that point. And then he finished me off very quickly with an attack that took my shield down, took my shields down fairly quickly from 30% to 0.
No, 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 no. It's Pazok. Paexalk. It's in the Winter's recruit sheet.
Arsenic, yes, I have arsenic. So yeah, I just need another 3 or 4 improvised components, and I'm good. I'll have maxed out these shields as far as they can go. So I have plus 58% explosive resistance, plus 207% optimal strength, plus 49% kinetic, and plus 2% thermal. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I've got a 7A prismatic, so I'm looking for 6K as my number in the end. Yeah, yeah. I have to do that yet. No, all I've got right now is a ship that can withstand, fighting an intermediate skill level commander in PvP if I absolutely have to, and taking on any NPC that I find. And basically that's the ship I have right now. Yeah. Okay.
I've had a lot of practice at high waking him. I was one of those that I was high waking from. Actually, I don't think I've been killed by an Empire player in a long time.
Well, I'll get there eventually.
I'm number one on
Oh, of course. Of course, they think you run the whole. They think you're running FLC, so.
Well, yes, of course, parental. Well, the main ninja is apparently, but anyway.
Single-handedly somehow.
Yes.
I mean, I try not to block people in general, but when I have someone, like I said, when I have something fishy, and I think I know what fishy looks like. I mean, I can't say it's 100%, conviction proof, but I'm pretty sure he's too far away. At 5K, he's too far away. Plus, I'm boosting at 100% accuracy. I mean, he had multiple shots. I mean, yes, with the mouse, I guess it's possible. You're right, in theory. But I was. Okay, but at 200 a shot base, he's still got to hit me like a whole bunch of times to get my shields down. It's not 3.
You said there were 3 of them, though, right?
No, but the other no, the other 2 never got an attack and they never turned red, and I never saw them get highlighted for attacking vessels. So it was just the one. So that's why I'm suspicious. The other two never got a shot in on me.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, okay?
Yeah.
But just take this, but for what it's worth. We've had, as I said, we've had Erdo Soskowitz fight a lot of us, or try to gank us, a lot of us in Korea.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've escaped him. I mean, I'm not the most engineered ship in the world, but I'm fairly good. But I don't think I've ever had that much. I mean,
Yeah, but well, plus I'm not a flag Winters player. Like I don't. I mean, it says my allegiances is Felicia Winters, obviously on sensor scan. But what it doesn't say I'm with your squadron.
well, he could be just killing any Felicia Winter ship he sees. I mean,
That's
most
true.
of the Empire will do that. The 13th will do that. They won't be looking for FLC specifically. They'll be like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And our 5C don't come into open. So
Okay. Hmm. So wait, are you a Winters player then, or are you fifth column
he is
with?
now.
Oh, he is now. Okay.
He wouldn't be if he was fifth column. He wouldn't be allowed on this.
No, no, but if he's 5C, he's with he could be if you guys start a fifth column and send infiltrators to ALD.
Well, we never do that because that's against our ethos, and it's also. I mean,
Well, you need intelligence. I mean, there's a reason.
I know, but there's intelligence, and then there's 5C, and 5C is not permitted. We're not going to, for example, fortify a negative 300 cc system for ALD, like what was done to us.
Well, as you know, I'm in favor of sending spies, but that's just my view.
No, it's fine. Oh, I know that.
Oh, really? Well, if they take the game too seriously, then they shouldn't be sending spies to other people. Like, I mean, you can't on the one hand say, well, we take the game very seriously, and then send spies and hate the other guys. I live thousands of
they're pretty. Yeah. Anyway, so what was I going to say? I'm not going to say we don't have spies because we've had intelligence as to what certain people do, but that's spying is one thing. Doing actual fifth column work against that by joining their
Oh,
factions
I see. Okay. Like
is a totally different matter.
you're talking about trying to sabotage and
Yes.
do more than just intelligence gathering. You're like trying to
Well,
sabotage.
we don't associate spying with 5C.
I see.
5C is
Okay.
actually, yeah, 5C is actually damaging a power.
Yeah. Normally, 5C activity is something you do in warfare.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the United States and you're at war with Iran, obviously you're going to have operatives that are part of their job is going to be sabotaging nuclear reactors and things to stop the Iranians from being able to do anything to your country. But in this game, I mean, depends how far you want to take warfare. And as I
Some
said,
people take it too seriously and too far. As
yeah,
far as we're concerned, 5C should be against
game rule.
against rule.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but intelligence shouldn't be. I don't think.
No, I never. Again, I don't associate intelligence with 5C. To me, those two don't mix. But
Yeah.
if someone wants to tell me that 80 Slack said this, I'm not going to tell them to not.
Yeah, when I said 5C before, I was not distinguishing between the two. But if you're going to make that distinction, then yes, I would agree with you. I mean, I would not be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you told me to, I'd probably do as you asked and probably sabotage. But
Oh, you'll never get that. You'll never get that order from
but
anything at FL. Trust me.
yeah, but I might not want to do that for very long as an ongoing thing, and more my function would be best spent being intelligence gathering.
Yeah. We, as I said, we get some intelligence, but I mean, like for example, 80 Slack,
Yeah,
they've moved a lot of their stuff to their private Discord.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I know it's hard. It's supposed to be.
I mean, a lot of us don't honestly take the game that seriously enough to really want to spy, quite frankly.
eh,
Um,
just something else to do.
well, I realize that. Anyway,
It's best to know ahead of time if they're planning some new offensive than not, because
well, they've done their offensive. They can't really do much to us right at this point because they've got so
no.
low overhead, strength that I mean we're in we all these expansions that we've been doing the last month are so ridiculously good triggers for us that they're not even going to attempt
To
to do
stop us.
anything with them.
Yeah,
They're going after Hudson right now, quite frankly,
yeah.
because his triggers are a lot more realistic.
Well, they need to.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. That hasn't happened in a long time.
I think that the other thing that's going on is there must be some conflict arising between the Empire and the Alliance because I saw the Alliance getting taken back a notch or two in recent weeks, and yeah,
Well, not necessarily. They just signed a non-aggression neutrality treaty between the player factions to not go after each other. But we've had that. They've had that for a while. Yeah, I mean they've been neutral with us since the war that was
yeah.
week 40 to 50 or whatever.
But there's no structural reason why we can't put peace feelers out to the or alliance feelers even out to the alliance and see if
Well,
they're
I mean we do. We have an alliance.
neutral thing. Yeah.
There's a specific Discord. We have a specific Discord channel that you can't see. Actually, most people can't see unless they're
Members.
we
Yeah.
no, not even
No.
members, directors.
Directors. Okay.
We have alliance. We have a we have alliance diplomats there, so we have communication with them
Mhm.
if we need to.
Well, that's good.
We have communications open with LYR, for that matter. We have communications open with Delane, the Kumo crew,
Yeah.
because the pirates are actually allies of ours in Hudson.
Oh, okay.
More because we all hate Grom.
Yeah.
They hate Grom the most. So
Yeah, I don't like Grom either. He's a scary guy. He's always.
Their players tend to use underhanded tactics if you want to talk about cheating.
Yeah, well.
Anyway.
Anyway. Oh, hey, something happened here. Military supercapacitors. Oh, I don't have any of those. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Just milk the hell out of it. Yeah, I just suspect that the new architecture won't have many of these little features embedded in it when they reintroduce it. They'll they'll carry the data. Well, you should be doing this with all your data because as that date approaches in Q3 of 2020, there's going to be huge. There'll be enough changes that you'll want to have as much of that data in your profile as possible to carry over to the new architecture because I don't think it'll be nearly as easy the next time in the next iteration of the game.
How much merits do you have to do, Xander? I see that.
Other than the 30 million, I didn't lose anything here. I didn't have any cargo or anything. So, and I gave up all my merits, and okay, I guess we can switch to my Crate Phantom and bugger off out of here. Starport services, switch to the shipyard. Let's get the hell out of this place. Crate Phantom, the FNS Odyssey.
I must have come in just after you, Xander. I just added another 12. Let's see if there's anything going on here.
I'm gonna have to.
No, that's fine. No worries. This is. Yeah, well, this is an extraction planet, so there will be. But if we've been doing a couple of wing missions here and there. Unfortunately, the system that we're going out of doesn't seem to want to ask for minerals too much. If you
And we're headed for the Pencil Neck sector.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
The asteroid base in the Pencil Neck sector. Pencil Neck Nebula. It looks like a pencil neck. No, that's because you're a filthy traitor, Xander, as we all know. I mean, you could go back to the Empire, we'd never speak to you again, as you know, so.
Well, you were an LL, right? You must have some of the LL. I didn't think LL was much in power play anymore. Oh, I see. Yep, I knew him. Yeah.
Oh, God bless the SciTech. I left my throttle up, so when I left the starport, it immediately crashed into the side of the orbit station wall. And I'm carrying weapons on an exploration vessel, so I don't really need those. And we are going to leave, except there's a commander who has deftly avoided hitting me. How nice of him.
So far tonight, looking all right. We're more concerned these days of managing our boats than we are about hauling things and getting out hauled. But no, I know. But remember, we had not too long ago. We had 2 or 3 wings of Winters players that weren't Winters that were trying to screw with our consolidation boats, and we literally had to get everybody in FLC on to make sure that they weren't able to do that. Now they seem to have let off a bit in the last 2 or 3 or 4 cycles, so maybe they've
Can
gone to other.
can I make a suggestion? You can use that. You can make that. You can use that spreadsheet in order to indicate which way people should vote en masse.
Well, they could, but sometimes we don't know till tick night how to have them vote. That's why we tell people to hold their votes as long as they can.
Yeah, I just as the group regrows its numbers and as we advance back up through the ranks again, I don't see that as being necessarily very practical unless you want to be here every Wednesday night, you know. Law. Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know what we're prepping or what we need to vote, so
Oh, okay.
we essentially tell people to try to hang on to their votes as long as they can until they need to leave, and then message us and we'll tell them how we think they need to vote.
Okay.
That's true. Nope.
Okay.
Although Fry was through that system not too long ago because he probably saw it on Winter's the power thingy or whatever. He must have checked it out. I mean, if they're smart over there, they will check Winter's prep list to see what the good prep is.
I didn't know they could do that.
Oh yeah, I can do that with ALD. I can go over there and look at their prep list in Galpal in the right HUD, and sure I can.
Huh.
That's how we keep track of. That's how they keep track of us.
Didn't know that.
That's another reason why we kind of wait till the last day before we pick a prep or decide what our vote is, so that they can't
Okay, that
counter it.
that makes sense. I withdraw my suggestion, but it is going to become a point of inconvenience at some point, unless they change the rules about how they want to handle prep.
We did this with 80 systems, so I mean, we're only at 30 something, so
Well, I know you have another 50 systems to gain, so whatever. But
yeah.
there will come a point when you're as big as Mahone or whatever that.
I'll be surprised if we ever I mean, even at our peak,
Yeah.
we were running out of systems to go to, quite honestly.
Oh, there's always a new system to go to.
Well, there is, but they're not profitable. That's the problem. It
No,
limits.
but you can call on it.
Well, yeah, that's. Well, yeah, we can call on it, but that gets increasingly difficult.
What about colonization? Is that even an option, or is that handled? No.
No,
Okay.
nothing to do. No, there's no way to colonize the planet.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you could colonize, then you just start. You found a colony, you make a couple bases on it. You know, you start harvesting minerals and work your way up from there.
And this test tube ship comes out with another box of
Suggestions.
that they never do.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, they might look at it then. Yeah.
True, and since we control at least one faction, at least we could do that, right? We could push them up. We could expand into unoccupied systems, found established bases, and then try to cultivate an economy. And then naturally that would go over to winters at some point because we would position the.
What's too ambitious for Frontier?
Uh,
Political. I like.
You're not.
The only problem with that is, as with the consolidation and prep votes, that can also be manipulated to stop it by our 5C. That's true. That's true. You have to, yeah, 4+ weeks, and then you get vote strength 1. But you have to be at least at rank 2 when the 4th week comes along. Yeah. It depends on the day you pledge to us. I can't, but anyway, 4 weeks minimum, and then depending on the day of the week you pledge, then you might have to go to 4+1, or I don't know. You'll find out.
Yeah, I think I voted with you guys. I joined FLC at week 5, and by week 6 I got my first vote because I actually found it useful to. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Sorry, I'm being distracted by my weapon selections.
No worry, go ahead.
We'll take that one off. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna store some of this shit. We have a beam laser. It's now going into storage. There it goes. What was I saying?
Voting.
Oh yes, voting. So I had to wait until week 6.
Standard. I think you can get silver at that system.
And what do you need silver for?
This is how we finance ourselves, Frontiers.
No, it's the currency. I see.
Source of return my missions.
Oh,
Sorry, I lost my voice tonight for some reason.
God's sake. You know what? Go back to stored modules. We're gonna go with fucking corrosion resistant cargo. Do we even need that crap anymore?
Not for unless you're doing cargo collection stuff.
But you can get like more than capacity 2 now, right? You can get up to capacity 6 or something? Or 8? Yeah. Corrosion resistant cargo rack.
I can't remember if you can get up to 8 tons.
Certainly 4 anyway. I know they had 4s.
I don't, yeah, I haven't gone out to look for stuff like that, so it hasn't been a big issue for me. So I didn't keep track of it.
Where are we here? The first class passenger cabin. Well, we can always buy another one here at Shinrarta. I only have 250 mil right now because of my losses I've sustained this past week. I had to buy I had to buy 4 of my ships back.
Accept my wing mission, Xander, if you're poor. It's been shared to you. Continue transactions tab.
Well, not really poor at 500 million technically. It just means you can't buy a brand spanking new Federal Corvette necessarily right off the bat and upgrade it all completely. So, yeah. Well, you don't need.
I can get that silver, Xander, if you're in the area with near a planet that has some. I think the expansion has silver there. So this one's on me. Well, I've made a few recruits some money. As I said, this is how Winters makes their money while they haul. We haul power polymerons to somewhere, and we get source and return wing missions at the originating planet, and then we pick up the commodities on the way home. And we make money while we haul. So couldn't do that a year ago. You had to take a break and go passenger mission hauling or mining or whatever. So this is that changed with wing missions has benefited hauling powers. Well, it's not our fault. I mean, they could do it if they wanted, you know. I mean, my retort to that would be
No, it sure isn't.
my retort to that is most of them play in solo PG anyway, so why would they care? Oh yeah. Anyway, again, they can hire them in.
Oh,
There's nothing stopping them from doing that.
isn't that terrible?
Not my fault that they don't want to hire people.
Must be their aristocratic attitudes at work once again.
Playing field, they would send their PvPers into open to Keontas while their haulers stayed in solo or private. So,
Yeah.
whatever. Quite frankly, I haven't hired any outside people in a long time because we barely see any Empire people chasing us around anymore. There's no one for me to there's nothing for me to hire people for. That's being investigated, yes. They're trying to BTS Samir, but their problem is they don't have enough patronage or what's the other one they like? Feudal? Yeah. They don't have enough of them in the systems to have Fort trigger it. They'll have to expand from somewhere else or within and get some more because I think they have a maximum of 7 or 8 and they need about 5 more, if I'm not mistaken, or 4 more, and they don't have the numbers right now. They don't have enough monarchies or feudals in the systems to do that, so they're going to have to do section. We look forward to that.
Oh God.
Maybe, we'll see. I mean,
Good chance.
we're working on our strategy of taking closed systems to try to shut down all those,
Yeah, except she's in last place. I just noticed. And it's like.
Well, that doesn't matter. They don't care about her because you see, that's what the whole. That's what our. Or Winters or FLC. It's pretty sad if we're targeting me in particular, but whatever. That's a lot of work to. That's a lot of work to abuse a mechanic just to do that. We didn't even know they were going to do what they did. They until after they told us, quite frankly. That was on their own initiative, not ours. No, as much as Justinian doesn't want to believe that, that's the truth. Anyway,
Oh dear Lord. I just realized how imperial my name sounds.
no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so our strategy right now is to take loose profitables and shut down bubbles so that they can't do that to us, or make it harder. And we're also taking systems that are profitable and also weaponize against Torval mostly. This one that we've been doing this week was against Atreus because we don't mind either. But mostly Torval. We want to try to eliminate Torval as a threat. And if we have to turn around and weaponize against her and feed her her own medicine, that's what we'll do.
I guess you'll be discussing that later this week with your, or have you already discussed your strategy?
We discuss stuff all the time.
Oh.
This latest prep is a profit taker and also something to block ALD from
Okay.
leaving a certain bubble. Yep.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not doing straight profit stuff. I'm doing boost is when I do these. So I don't know what the profit is back at Sanos with certain material.
A minute too late, really?
What's up, Paul? What are you up to? It's pretty quiet around here. Yeah, pretty quiet. Well, the expansion seems to be pretty well in hand. Most of the action seems to be down in Hudson space, from what I gathered. Samir, we have a pretty good lead. I don't think ALD has a merit bomb to beat that. I was around here briefly when he left. Oh boy. He got chased out, he didn't come back. Otherwise, I mean, I haven't seen any, I don't really see much going on tonight, really.
Well, don't forget there was the fight with my two,
Well, yeah, well, that was in Shimbarda, though.
No, that was in Samir.
You had two in Samir?
Yeah,
That's true.
I had to flee in the end, but I did give them a what for.
Two names that I didn't recognize.
Yep. Unfamiliar. Hopefully you wrote them down somewhere so we can record them. I did not block them, of course.
They're in your, they'll be in your, flight log, in your contacts history.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so no, it's a rather quiet one. Who?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Really? That's cool. So he doesn't play the game at all, but he convinced you to go Fed. That's interesting. Huh.
I've got two. I've got two stars here. Sorry to interrupt. I've got two stars here that are their exclusion zones overlap. Have you ever seen that before?
Yep. I've been through a couple of them, actually.
I ordinarily like flying between them, but I couldn't fly between these two. I didn't fit.
What do I got here? Oh, hi, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra's in my wing. First time in my wing as a Fed commander. There you go. Is it? Yeah, well, man, it feels like the first time. That's true. That's true.
Jesus.
Well, we were just having a conversation about that not too long ago.
It sounds rather anti-aristocratic of them.
It's very, if anything bad happens, it's not our problem. It's basically.
Oh, that makes more sense.
So lack of accountability, basically.
Yeah, that is very aristocratic.
Someone gets combat logging. Oh, sure, we can't tell them what to do.
We wash our hands of it.
Just for talking to feds in the Fed Discord. Yeah, something like everybody authorized. Yeah, usually Thursdays or Wednesdays. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, we're in a conflict. Like everybody authorized by terrorists. Yeah, pretty much. I like Copperhead. He's all right. He's all right. He gets a little annoying sometimes, but he's all right otherwise. But I think the annoying comes from the I don't know what it is. I think it's just him being naive about things. Yeah. No, it's not like a bad annoying. It's just like sometimes there's some stuff that like different. Wow. Something.
Oh dear Lord.
No, so what I found out, well, this is a revelation. I'm talking about this again. Hold tight. I found out that the doorbell zombie thing was done entirely different in Brantford. To me, that's how they wanted to do it in Brantford. Yeah. Apparently. I'm really shocked by that. I
Well, we should do actually just to we should pretend we should put out a rumor that FLC has disassociated itself from Brantford for some reason,
that would cause a riot.
and then they'd leave us alone, thinking that, oh well, if we're gonna go after Brantford, we're gonna have to.
No, they'll still go after the feds. No, from my. You say you're surprised that they talk about you the most, and I love you, but you're the saltiest of the bunch sometimes, and you're very salty. Why so? And that has been a narrative that the entire state has been talking about because, oh my God, this is, yeah, yeah. So I love you, Brantford, but you are the most vocal, and you do fit their narrative, so that's what they're gonna talk about you. No, I mean, I have no fear of saying most of them playing solo are amazing. Yeah, I don't care.
Has anybody's thoughts changed much?
A few months ago, like by a few, I think like 5-ish. I was still doing power plays, and that should tell you something. Still kind of big gangs. Hey, not as big as yours though. Thanks. Oh man, there's another mission for you, Sam. Turned in the phone at the house, so I'm gonna pick it up there.
Actually, I think we should make Xander let him hold the scepter. Let the Imperials chase him around a little bit for a while because he's this big traitor.
Yeah, Moke, you'll notice I have both as well, probably.
Yeah, because you're not feeling well like Noah.
That's terrible. Terrible.
I'm not even checking what's in there right now. I got several lectures from Zillotron. Yeah, that's shut me up.
Good, good.
So, and I don't want Zillotron. I love Zillotron.
Sounds sounds like Zillotron's the saltiest of the group here, actually. No? No?
He wants he does not want to take peace accord.
Hmm.
Despite he might secretly agree with what I'm saying, but he doesn't want people to know that he does.
Oh, I see. He's one of those people. Okay.
He's a service.
What's with all these sane people? Well, I'm gonna join this individual who I don't know who it is because I got my VR headset on in bed. Well, not in his bed, but I'm going to go to bed myself, where I am here in my own city, and and we'll talk to you guys later after I dock. Okay, see you later. Alright everyone, talking with some commanders from the faction. As you saw tonight, we had battle with players rather, from Arissa's faction. Commanders, that is. And we, I think, distinguish ourselves adequately, but we didn't win, but then neither did they, except that they hounded me out of the sector I was using to do my crime sweep activity. Nonetheless, I was still able to get the required points that I wanted to get out of the deal. And so now I'm comfortable doing both modes of undermining on behalf of FLC. Felicia Winters. And we are arriving now at our target destination, the New Growth asteroid base in the Pencil Neck sector. Now engaged for advanced docking at New Growth asteroid base. We have a commander in here. Whom we will briefly target. Is Aisling Duval. They're in a Diamondback Explorer. And of course, we have two ships out here, both the Crate Mark II and the Anaconda. Actually, we will take the Crate Mark II now, and we'll investigate equipping it for mining operations. We also likely can use a crew member to replace the one that we just lost, who died but was worthless anyway, so we don't really care about him. Let's see who we have here for the crew lounge. We'll take him for now. We'll hire one of the pilots available out here, which is ranked competent. Emery Hewitt. We'll save a bit of money there, and on contacts, we'll take a load with us, and we will do some outfitting of the hardpoints. I need some class 3 weapons. Okay, and we're ready for weapons outfit whenever the weapons finally arrive. It's 5:44:02 Zulu, 23rd May, 3305. This is Commander Trium signing off for the night. We're at New Growth Station in the Pencil sector, near the Pencil Nebula. And we'll be doing our mining activities to hopefully regain some of the wealth lost during the past week. We suffered a number of PvP kills, although we did perform well against, in one of the battles, 3 of the battles were either gankers or losses. 2 of those were in Shinrar to Desra. The update is imminent. That's it for now on this as of this date. We're signing off. Don't forget, you can visit Commander Trium on Twitter at twitter.com/commander_Trium. CM as in Mike, DR _TRIUM as in Mike. Have yourselves a good evening, Commanders, and as always, fly safe.